Live coverage of XpoNorth as it happens. This is XpoNorth Live.
Next up on XpoNorth Live, we have the executive producer for social media at BBC Scotland, providing a vital online presence for an increasingly connected society. Please welcome Anthony Browne. Anthony, can you first of all tell us a wee bit about what your job entails?
So my role as executive producer, I oversee kind of social media across TV, radio and online. And I also, I'm executive producer of The Social, which is a new project by BBC Scotland to appeal to younger audiences to get engaged with younger digital creators and get them to make content which we can then put out through social media to help engage and better reflect Scotland.
I mean, you touched there on a really interesting aspect of digital media and old media, if you like, because while the older generation may watch the BBC, other broadcasters on TV, the younger generation don't.
Yeah, well, when I started at the BBC around 2 years ago, I spent a lot of time talking to younger audiences, and I found that there was a move away from television. They were consuming things on mobile phones, they were using a lot of YouTube, using subscription services, and they were moving away from linear, so we thought we needed to do something to try and create content in the space where they were already going. It was difficult to try and entice them to television when their habits were moving away. So what we thought is we need to create content and take it to the audience, and social media is where a lot of the audience are spending their time. So we are creating content native to social media so that we can, using the language of social media and taking it to them and hopefully engaging with them there.
I mean, I've seen some of the content on the social. I mean, it's sparky, it's punchy. It does seem to appeal very much to a specific demographic in that respect.
Well, it is. Yeah, it's aimed at 18 to 34-year-olds. We launched. We've been live now for about 6 months, and already we're reaching average weekly audiences of 1.5 million individuals. So we're getting traction, we're getting a lot of conversations going, and we're able to represent a lot of people within Scotland that just wouldn't have normally found a space on BBC Scotland in the constraints of TV scheduling and radio scheduling. Social media gets a lot more freedom to be able to put out more things when we want for as long as we want.
I mean, you raise an intriguing prospect of the BBC not just producing people who make feature films or short films, but now people who create online media content that could be just as groundbreaking and innovative as a lot of the other BBC platforms are supposed to be.
Yeah, so on The Social we work with new and emerging talent, but we also have other strands going across BBC Scotland's social media, like the short stuff comedy. So that's a joint production between the social media team and our comedy team, and we're working with established talent as well and just commissioning them in a different way, giving them a bit more freedom to be able to make things as long and short as they want. For example, tomorrow we've got Rab Florence from Burniston fame doing a commission just for social media, which will be going out about the Euros and about the fact that Scotland aren't there while the rest of the UK is celebrating being in one of these big flagship tournaments. What are Scots doing and how are we reacting?
I mean, do you find people like Rab Florence, are they excited by the possibilities
definitely.
offered by social?
Like Rab himself has kind of said to us that he was out with a group of other filmmakers, comedians type things, and he was saying that they were amazed at the fact that we were able to commission something within a few weeks. He was making it, he was bringing it in a hard drive on like the Thursday, and it was getting published on the Saturday, because a lot of people that are used to working in TV and comedy, it can be a long process, it can be a lot of development time. Some dramas can take years in the making. Our record on The Social is 1 hour and 10 minutes from an idea to going out to our contributors saying, can you make it, from them submitting it and from us publishing it. It took 1 hour and 10 minutes. So that sort of production cycle and being able to react that quickly to what's going on in the world opens up a whole number of new avenues.
Well, it's great they're able to come up to XpoNorth Live and give us an idea about the possibilities that are open to young and innovative new filmmakers via The Social. Thank you very much indeed, Anthony.
Thank you.